Hello friends, hope all of you are doing well. Today we are going to be learning another Zentangle original pattern, and the name of the pattern is Jongle. Yes, although it is spelled like Jonqal, but it is generally called as jungle. Yes, and the pattern is mainly line based, not much of curves involved. So I'll just give you a glimpse of what it is like. I'm just drawing some lines here, right, and then a few zigzag, right. So what I have done here is V shape or a zigzag shape, and then going to continue drawing this to fill up the entire space. Now what is worth noting here is the second line runs parallel to the first one. Again, this line runs parallel to this one, and this line runs parallel to this one. So you got to maintain this while you're drawing jungle in order to get the look that you wish to, right? So maintain this line running parallel to the above line, again this line running parallel to the above line, again this line running parallel to the above line. So this is the first step. The second step is coloring the alternative or the alternate spaces, right? So just like a checkerboard, we will color alternate spaces. So when I have colored this one, I leave this one and then I move on to this one, right? So I'll color this one. Then again I leave this one and color this one, right? So you have to color alternate boxes or spaces or sections that you have created. Can be quite tricky at times, so just follow one pattern, right? Either column wise or row wise, just follow one pattern. So you have to complete this and you get the look of the pattern. Let me show you. I have done some of them. So when you complete that, you get this look. The pattern is called jungle. Jungle as a border pattern, and again same, just like a stream I have drawn in between. You can also give variations to it by not leaving the alternate sections but coloring them all at once, or not coloring them and adding a little zen and adding some other patterns, or do something like this, right? You can also do something with these empty sections. So the number of variations is innumerable. It is up to you how you want to go about it. Again, just draw on a droplet kind of a shape and put in jungle inside it. Again, you can use this kind of a shape, you can use this kind of a shape. So the variations are unlimited. So how do we generally shade jungle? We generally shade on this line, right? So we'll add graphite on these lines where you have where the lines are going down, right? From here these blocks are going down, so I want to make this section dark, so I will be adding some graphite here. Again from this line I will be adding some graphite here since the sections are going down. So that area I want to make it dark, right? Again some graphite here, right, where lines are going down. And you want to highlight the portion where they are coming up. So generally some white charcoal here, right, where the lines are coming, or the blocks are coming up, right? So you can see how jungle, you can get an idea how it will look, right? So let us start with our tile. It's again a drama tangle because lot of inking involved, and immediately adds lot of get up to your tile, right? So I'm going to start right away. This is a grid I'm going to be using. I am using a Zendala tile or a round tile, and I have drawn some grid lines, okay, curved lines running from top to bottom. So let us start with this pattern somewhere in between, right? Somewhere here. Going to start with these lines. Actually, we'll need to ink these lines also because they are part of my tangle. So I would rather start with inking these lines first, which I thought of using them as a string, but since I need them as a part of the tangle, so I'm going to ink it, right? So now you can see the lines. Right? You can also use a pen if you want the lines to be a little bolder. I'm using my normal Micron 01 and a touch at the border also, right? Yeah. Now the other side. Just keep rotating your tile so that your hand is comfortable. In my previous sessions, I told you there are so many kind of tiles that the Zentangle headquarter offers. At times you feel that certain kind of tile will be nice for a pattern, you know. Generally straight lines used for the pattern jungle, so I wanted to have some different look. So I thought, why not pick up a Zendala and, you know, try out something new with jungle. So let's see how does it turn out, right? So now that we have inked it, now I'm going to continue drawing these lines that I told you. The zigzag line will run across right. So now just repeat. If you want to rotate and then ensure that they are running parallel to each other, please do that, because that's the most important part of the tangle. The lines should be running parallel to each other, right? So just move your tile so that you make sure that the lines are parallel to each other. Right, another one. So since it involves a lot of inking, so again adds immediate lift to your tile, right? So I want to add one or two here above the center line that I have drawn. Right, and probably one more, but I don't intend to fill up the entire tile with jongle, although you can do that, and then after shading it would look nice, like a curled up, ball kind of a thing. But I plan to combine my jongle with one more tangle, and I think it would be finery, right? So I'm going to add some finery to the lower part of my Zendala, like this, right? So again, repeat these lines. Take your time, don't be in a hurry. The process is all that matters in Zentangle. Again, so let me complete one. Right? We have already learned how to draw finery. You can catch my video. One of our previous sessions we have learned how to draw the tangle pattern finery, right? So in case you have some doubts, just clear them out. So go slow because the spaces are small, right? Otherwise you may end up messing it up. The messed up tile also looks nice. Yeah. There are many times that I start doing something else and I ended up doing something else. So doing the same exercise on the other side, adding finery, right, and then repeat. This leaf kind of movement. Just retrace a part of this line and then on the other end retrace, and then same exercise on the other end, some finery on both sides of jongle, right? So you can see there is not much of a difference, just a little curve. The rest of the tile looks almost the same, just that I'll be shading my finery in a different way and jongle in a different way, right? Right? So you can add one line here if you wish with the jongle, so that wherever there is extra space you can show your jungle coming out. On the other hand, I don't think there is any much of an extra space here. Yep. So now we come to coloring. If you remember, finery involves one more important step, and that is these small protruding dark lines and then some dots, right? An integral part of finery. So I'm going to complete this exercise on both sides of my finery and then start coloring up my jonquil, right? See here I'm on the last section, right? Almost completing the work that I need to do inside my finery. Drawing these small bold lines and then some dots emanating from those lines, right? So that's about, and now we are going to start coloring our, so I'm going to, I think, pick up my 08, right? Yes, and I've drawn a circle in between just to, you know, don't want to color the entire thing, just to give a small variation. Adding a small circle in the section that I need to color, right? So again, leaving this section empty, coloring up the next. So the next few minutes would be pure inking, right? So I'm going to ink the alternate sections. These sections that are left in between, you can either leave it empty or you can play around with that section also, right? So it's entirely up to you how you want to go about creating a variation. Generally, the basic pattern involves pure inking of alternate sections, right? So some part of jonquil getting hidden inside the finery. Again, be very comfortable while you're inking sections. Don't be in a hurry. It's great to see your tile turning black from white in portions and see the drama, right? So I am doing the second line now, doing the same exercise. Left a circle in between and then inking the rest of the section. Taking a bolder, broader nib. Right? So going to continue doing this exercise throughout this jungle, right? You can see here I have almost inked all the sections and I am there on the last two. right? So just take your time and be patient and enjoy the process. Just in case you feel you have messed up on the inking at few places, for example, I have left these empty spaces, you can use your jelly roll just in case you feel that few places probably the circles are smaller, somewhere it is bigger. So if you want to make it consistent, just feel free to use your jelly roll, and right. So now we have inked it. Now I'm going to be shading. So we'll start with shading our jungle first. So as I told you, we'll be adding some graphite where the lines are coming down, right? So going to make that section darker because the line is going down, right? So adding some heavy graphite on these lines where the lines are going down. Again here, because I want to darken this section, right? Right, and on the edges if you wish to. Some graphite on the edges. So now we start with the blending. I'm going to just make sure that your ink has dried up because you have used an 08. At times it doesn't dry up immediately, it takes little time, and if you put your stamp immediately it may smudge, right? So just give it a little time and then start blending your graphite. So bringing the graphite to the center but not coloring the entire thing, just smudging, bringing it from the edges towards the center but not coloring the entire thing, right? Some of the border. And then what you want to do is add some graphite to your finery. Shade your finery the way you always do, or the way we generally do, right? So I am going to be shading it just the way we generally shade finery. I think a little inking left here. Yes. So on both sides, basically leaving the center line and adding some graphite on both the sides. Yes. Right. And the same exercise on the other hand. So some graphite here. So let's now smudge it with a very light hand, since there is not much of a space in between. I don't want the entire thing to go grey, so using a light hand then yes. If you remember, this is how we had shaded our finery. Just revisit or revision. Right? And then on the other side, the same exercise. Ensure that you don't cover up the entire. Leave some white space in between. Shading finery is real fun. You actually see some drastic impact. Looks kind of curled up, right, when you shade it. Otherwise looks so simple and suddenly looks like it is all curled up. I really enjoy shading finery. Getting that curled up look. Yeah. I think we are done with shading our finery too. So now a touch of white charcoal. So again, as I told you, if the line is coming up, just a touch. Right? The line is coming up and joining. A touch. So just take away the excess. Just in case you want to re-emphasize the darker one, please do that. Right. So now some white charcoal at the center of my fineries. Just a touch. Highlighting my fineries also. Just remove the excess. Right? So this is the tangle pattern jonquil. jungle, as you may call it. Just want that the finery should be right, just re-emphasizing the transition. So just re-emphasizing the transition from one to the other. Right, so this is our pattern jonquil. So I am now going to initial my tile. Right, sign and date it. So you can see how simple pattern, lot of inking involved, different looks, right? You can arrange it any way you want, any fashion, any shape, any size, any kind of space that you can use, lot of variations that you can introduce. I have used a very simple variation here and you can see the end result. So we'll meet again next time with another new Zentangle original. Till then, have a good time.